Hey, so it's the 15th, I think, of November, and I was having a Twitter conversation with a friend of mine today about a list of the best comic book movies of all time, which is, of course, something that I have a particular interest in. And included on that list, much to the delight of the person I was having the conversation with, was the 1980 film Flash Gordon, which she talked about as a movie that she's seen sort of lambasted. I never know how to pronounce that. Put down a lot in out there in the world, and what it reminded me of is this memory that I'm not entirely sure is actually a memory, but I don't know where else it came from. It's either a memory or it's a dream that I've remembered for 40, 35 something years. And it goes like this. We were at my grandfather's house. At some point, I was in the rumble seat of his old car, and we watched that movie, Flash Gordon, on a projector. The projector was projecting like onto a sheet or onto the side of the barn or something like that, right? But those are the things that I remember. I remember watching Flash Gordon. I remember the rumble seat. I remember a bunch of people around watching the movie. Now, I could be conflating two or three different memories there, but it's from when I was really young. I mean, if this is any time close to when it came out, it would have been 3 years old. But I can't figure out, how on earth would they have, a copy of the movie like on a film strip or whatever that they could project. This is 1980 something. This was not a sort of projector projecting an early VHS tape or something, as far as I know. So I don't know, but I have that memory every few years, and it's one of the earliest ones I've got, and I might have made it up, but who knows? I don't know. All this reminds me of a clip I saw of Brandon Lee, who died when I was in high school, while shooting the film The Crow, and so it was a big thing around then. We were all like, "What the fuck is this?" I mean, it was all around the same time that Kurt Cobain committed suicide and all sorts of tragic, weird shit was happening. But Brandon Lee, they had this interview, I think, on the special features of The Crow, where he talked about having memories and how many more times will you have a certain memory. And I think about that quote a lot. One of the reasons that I try to write down stuff like this or record it when I think of them is because I don't know. I don't know how many more times I'll have that memory. So it's here now in case I lose all my marbles at some later date.